If you're trying to learn English, stories like this can help you grow your language skills in the most enjoyable way. You don't have to study hard, just listen, feel, and let the words guide you. Make sure to like this video, subscribe to our channel, and ring the bell so you can join us every single day for a new story adventure. The air was cold. Not cold in a painful way, just cold enough to make every breath feel fresh. Tom sat up slowly inside the small cabin near Mount Fuji. The sky outside was still dark, but he already knew what he wanted to do. He had made a quiet plan the night before. Today, he would wake up early. He would not miss it. He was here for one reason, those few golden minutes of sunrise over the mountain. All around him, the forest was asleep. The trees stood still, like tall shadows. The leaves were silent. Even the birds had not started their morning songs yet. Everything waited. And so did he. Tom pulled on his jacket and stepped outside. His boots touched the cold wooden porch, and the quiet wrapped around him like a blanket. The sky above was a deep blue, changing slowly to something softer. It was that strange time of day when the night was not gone but the day had already begun its quiet walk forward. He started moving. The path to the viewpoint was not long, but in the early morning, it felt like a quiet journey through another world. The stones on the ground crunched under his steps. A soft wind moved through the trees. Somewhere far off, a small animal shifted in the bushes, but nothing broke the peace. He didn't need light to find the way. He had walked the trail the evening before to prepare. But now, everything looked different. It wasn't just the shadows or the early glow, it was the feeling. It was as if the world had taken a deep breath and was waiting for something magical to happen. And Tom was ready for it. He reached the open spot just as the first light touched the edge of the sky. The view in front of him was wide and clear. There stood Mount Fuji, tall and calm. Its shape was perfect, like something drawn from memory, not real life. The peak was still sleeping under a soft cap of snow. Around it, the land spread out in silence, holding lakes, trees, and soft hills like quiet secrets. Then, it began. A thin line of gold appeared in the distance. It moved slowly, stretching its arms across the horizon. The sky shifted, like colors waking up one by one. From deep blue to soft violet, then to warm orange and pale pink. Tom didn't move. The sun itself rose slowly, as if it understood how important this moment was. Light touched the side of the mountain, and suddenly, everything changed. The snow turned golden. The sky behind the mountain turned a soft fire. The trees below caught the light in their leaves. The whole world seemed to glow, just for a few minutes. And Tom was there. He didn't take a picture. He didn't pull out his phone. He just stood, watching the world change in slow motion. That was what he had come for, not the mountain, not the cabin, not even the forest. He had come for these golden minutes. Minutes that disappeared almost as soon as they arrived. But while they were here, they were perfect. He could feel the light on his face. Not strong. Just warm. Like the morning was saying hello in the softest way possible. He thought about all the people still sleeping in their cabins, in hotels, in cities far away. They would wake up hours later, drink their tea or coffee, and never know what they had missed. But he knew. And that was enough. Tom sat down on a rock and stayed there. The sun kept climbing. The golden light softened. The mountain slowly turned white again. The magic faded, but the feeling stayed. There was something honest about that. Something quiet and true. The best parts of life were often the smallest. The ones that didn't last long. The ones you had to wake up early for. The ones you had to wait for in silence. After some time, birds began to sing. The wind picked up slightly. The forest slowly returned to life. But Tom stayed still a bit longer. He remembered how hard it had been to get here. The long train ride. The winding bus route. The walk through the cold. The early alarm. And yet, now none of it felt hard. In fact, it all felt like part of the gift. The struggle made the moment better. Finally, he stood up. He took one last look at the mountain, now shining under full morning light. The magic was over, but he didn't feel sad. Instead, he felt light. Like he was carrying something new inside him. A kind of quiet energy. He started walking back to the cabin. The path looked brighter now. The trees danced in the wind. Light touched the tops of stones. He passed the same places he had seen in the dark, but now they felt alive, almost as if they were greeting him. Inside the cabin, he made a simple breakfast. He sat by the window and looked out, still thinking about those golden minutes. The world was already moving again. Cars on far roads. Birds in the sky. People waking up. But for Tom, the best part of the day had already happened. It wasn't about checking a box or doing something others would see. It was just about being there. Just for a little while. Just watching the light touch the mountain. He would remember it forever. And maybe, years from now, when life felt heavy or loud, he would close his eyes and return to that cold morning. That quiet forest. That golden glow. And he would remember what it felt like to wake up early, just to catch a few beautiful minutes of something simple and pure. He would remember what it felt like to see the world begin again. You've just listened to a full English story, and while you were enjoying it, you were also learning real English naturally. That's the magic of stories. They help you understand grammar, structure, and new words without you even noticing. And we do this every day. So be sure to like this video, subscribe to our channel, and ring the bell so you never miss a new story. Tell us in the comments, what's the most peaceful moment you've ever experienced?